Chordettes history with you. Where did you grow up?
Sheboygan. We didn't have any professional musical experience. We sang. It was my mother and my sister and I would sing while we did the dishes. And on Sundays when we'd travel to Grandma's house, the four, my mother and dad, and the two of it, we always sang a lot. And in those days, when we'd get together on somebody's birthday, especially the women, like aunts' birthdays and all the women, everybody would sing. You'd sing. Today, it seemed kind of unusual. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I don't go to ladies' aid groups in the afternoon anymore. So I actually joined a year later, in '47. The girl I replaced actually ended up to be my sister-in-law. There were two sisters in the group, Alice and Janet, the bass. Well, Alice is the one I replaced, and she was getting married and going to move out of town. And then they were looking for somebody to replace her. And fortunately, I sang in one of those trios with Dorothy in high school. And I had the right range. I ended up singing a baritone part, And that was just fun, and I just kind of fit in pretty well. Singing in groups, you don't have that solo bit in your head. You have that fitting in group with it, And the barbershop thing was just wonderful. Here we sing without accompaniment. So you hear each other, and that's, I think, how we got to our blend of voices, because you hear everything. You're not covered up at all with a band and a rhythm, And so that's how that started, and like she said, like Dorothy said, we traveled all over the country. One weekend we'd be in Louisville, the next week we'd be in Oklahoma City, and it was fun. We always had a host and hostess would come and meet us at the airport, or train. That's right, we were on trains. That was the 40s, yeah. And they'd come and meet us and wine and dine us, and then we had our show, and then we had what they call an afterglow, where all the quartets sing again. And then we had the afterglow, where we'd run around singing all over town, wherever. And that was the real fun part. I think that was the most fun, was the barbershop stuff, before we became professional. Then it was a lot of work, rehearsals all the time.